So I would like to clarify that Minnesota was made a state in 1858. So there was not a Minnesota in the Ice Age. So to ask for data about Minnesota in the Ice Age is to ask about an entity that did not exist at that time. Meteorological records go back into the late 1800s, so we have meteorological records for almost the entire time that Minnesota has been a state. And I can say with absolute clarity, looking at the records, that as we have gotten into the last few decades, we have had more extreme weather events, particularly heat events, than any time in Minnesota's history. So we do have a history for Minnesota, going back to our statehood. I would also like to just add on the doctor's, what she said, which is that when we have longer heat events, it has a more cumulative effect on people. Therefore, if there's one day of a heat event, it is less likely to cause someone an injury than if we have a long-term heat event and someone doesn't have air conditioning or a cooling center, because the body cannot take that capacity for a longer period of time. Furthermore, if we are going to look back to the Ice Age, there are core samples that we have been able to take from the ice to show some of these things over time. Since the Industrial Age, we have been adding more things into the atmosphere that not only accelerate our change, so it is a faster change than we have had previously, which means there is less adaptability of not just humans, but animals, migrations, other things that impact us. But in addition to that, we, by adding all of the things that are contributing to this faster change into the atmosphere, it does cause the respiratory problems, for example, that some people have said that they have now. So we had a couple hot summers. Because we had hot summers, vegetation dries out. We had exceptional forest fires. You might remember those forest fires for a couple years ago. Going back 20 years, we've calculated the molecules in the atmosphere for respiratory issues. 2 summers ago, during those forest fires, we had recorded the highest ever in Minnesota, some of the action days for respiratory illness, because we had the heat exacerbating other situations. So yes, all of these things are a concern, and to the young people out there, I validate your concerns. We do need to act on them, and we are going to do that. And I really appreciate your testimony, especially the younger people here today. You did an excellent job.